Hey, what's going on YouTube? iDevice Help here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get Siri on iOS 5.1.1 for the iPad 1, 2, and 3. This method works the same for all three iPads. Of course, you must be jailbroken. If you don't know how to jailbreak, I have a video on how to jailbreak Untethered 5.1.1 absent. Go ahead and check it out on my channel and jump right back into this video. So once you jailbreak, you'll get the application Cydia. Make sure you launch the application and let it load. And once you're fully loaded in Cydia, go ahead and go and search for SB settings. It's the first thing you're going to want to install from Cydia, SB settings, which will give you Activator. And the second thing you want to download is iFile. And your screen should look like this. Right here, this application Dropbox is free in the Apple App Store. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. That's where I keep my free Siri keys for all my YouTube subscribers. But I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So once you are jailbroken and have all these things installed, make sure you go to the Settings tab and you set up your SB settings. You go here to Notifications and make sure that SB settings is set to on for notifications. Okay, so make sure SB settings is set to on, and also make sure you go into the SB settings application and you scroll down. You switch that on, off, and on, just like that, and then you go here and set your toggles. What that pretty much does is just set toggles here in Notification Center to respring, and we'll need that later on down in the end of the video. So go ahead and jump into Cydia once you do all that and download all those applications. And you're going to go here into the search tab, or the source tab rather, and you're going to click the edit button on the top and the add button, and you're going to add a source there that I'll have in the bit of description down below. So make sure you read the description to add the source. Make sure you add it, and once you add it, the source is this one right here, cydia.iPhone_tweaks.fr. But like I said, it'll be in the bit of description down below. So once you install that, make sure you go here into the search tab and you type in Spite. So let's go ahead and do that. So once you search for Spite, you're going to get these options. Make sure you install the the third option, Spite 3.0.1-1 for iPad. Okay, so iPad 1, 2, and 3, Spite 3.0.1-1 for iPad. Okay, now this package takes a good 15, even 20 minutes to download, so be patient. Go ahead and click install and confirm. I'm going to come right back once this package is done downloading. It's going to ask us to reboot. But like I said, be really patient. This process can take up to 20 minutes depending on your Wi-Fi connection. Once it's ready to reboot, I'll come right back to this video. Alright guys, so the download has finally completed. It's taken a good 15 to 20 minutes for it to download and install. So we're going to go ahead and asking us to reboot. So let's go ahead and click the reboot button and let our iPads reboot. Now there's two downloads for this. That was the download number 1. We're going to go ahead and download the second part of this port. So let's go ahead and wait for the reboot. Now once you reboot, if you're doing this for the first time, when it brings you back to the lock screen, you might get the initial Siri setup from Apple, the setup screen from Apple to use Siri. Go ahead and authorize Siri, and it'll take you back to the home screen. Okay, so if you're doing this for the first time, you might get that Siri initial setup process that you get on the iPhone 4S on your iPad. So keep that in mind, guys. So let's wait for the reboot and we'll download the second part. Now if you want to stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to be discussing how to use the free Siri keys that I have available to all my subscribers, and how to use them and how everything works. Okay, so make sure you stick around if that's something you want to use. So now, like I said, if you get to this part and you get the Siri authorization from the iPhone 4S, go ahead and set up and say yes. And jump right back into Cydia. Don't do anything else. What we're going to do is going to go ahead and search again for the same package, but this time around we're going to be installing the user interface, which is option number 1. As you can see there, Spite 3.0.1-2 for iPad. Okay, let's go ahead and wait for the load. Right there, the user interface, Spite 3.0.2 UI. So that's the second download. First download is this one. Second download is that one. Okay, the UI. Now a quick tip for iPad 1 and 2 users, you don't have Siri dictation, you can use that as well. As the little microphone you get on the keyboard, Siri dictation, you can install that. But first download that, and second download the UI. Very important. Now the UI does take a good 15-20 minutes as well, so make sure you keep that in mind. And it's going to ask us a question here quick, which is very important. You guys pay attention to this. See, you want to install, when it asks you this, you want to install just the apps. If you install the widgets, you could run into some problems, your iPad freezing and all that. So make sure you just install the apps, okay? And hit continue. Now once this download is completed, I'll be right back. Like I said, be patient because this download takes a good 15 to 20 minutes depending on your Wi-Fi connection as well. So keep that in mind, okay guys? And I'll be right back once it's done. So as the download is finally completed, guys, the second download is asking us to reboot, so we're going to go ahead and reboot. Again, this took a good 15-20 minutes. Just be patient. It's 2 downloads, big files, so they each take around 15 to 20 minutes. Just be really patient. Once this iPad reboots, we should be set and ready to go. You can go ahead and start using your Siri proxy server or whatever Siri server that you're going to be using with Spite. You should be ready and good to go. Now, at the end of this video, like I said, I'm going to be discussing a little bit more about my own personal Siri keys. I have a few iPhone 4S here that I use the keys to share them with you guys, my subscribers. I'll have a video down below, or a link to one of my videos down below on how to use these free Siri keys. I use the Dropbox to share them with you guys, and I'll have more information here in a second. And like I said, make sure you read the description. There's the video that'll explain everything on how to obtain them. Okay, so once your iPad is done rebooting, you can go ahead and jump into settings, and you can go ahead and set your Siri proxy server like you normally would, and you're good to go. For the last part of this video, what you want to do is go ahead and jump into your Safari web browser and go to my blog, iDeviceHelp.blogspot.com. And what you want to do once it's loaded up, scroll down here, and on the bottom right where it says Download Assistant Connect here below, go ahead and click that, and it'll take you to a website. Zoom in here where it says click here to start download, and it'll redirect you to iFile to open it in iFile. Go ahead and open it in iFile and install the application Assistant Connect by clicking the install button. Once it's done, click the done button, bring down Notification Center, and respring your device. Okay, so now once it's done respringing, we're going to go ahead and install keys using the Dropbox and Assistant Connect, we should be good to go. Or you can just use your own Siri proxy server if that's what you wish to do. So there it is, the application Assistant Connect. Go ahead and jump into the Dropbox and use the latest keys that are in there. Now I upload new keys every day, 2 to 3 times a day. So, you know, if they stop working, just go ahead and renew them. Just go ahead and install. And once you get the message that the keys are successfully installed, we should be ready to use Siri. Let's go ahead and try it out. What time is it? Now, you might get a few errors at first. But if you get a few errors, just give it some time for the keys to register, and you should be fine. Keep trying, or renew the keys like I said. What's the weather? So there you go. Siri is fully functional on the 3rd generation iPad. Like I said, if the keys stop working, make sure you renew them. Give them some time to set in there. And hopefully this works for you guys. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. There you go, guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, my Facebook, and my blog. That's where I keep you guys up to date with the latest on everything iPhone and iPads. And I will catch you guys real soon. Peace.